Hello, everyone. I pray that you had a wonderful weekend. I want to talk to you briefly today about something. I'm your host, Pastor KZ, and I just want you to think about it today. But before I get into my thought, I want to let you know that this week I will be representing teams from the NFL who are in AFC divisions. And I figured I might as well open up with the undefeated Kansas City Chiefs, the team that I picked for the last 3 years to be Super Bowl champions. So go Chiefs Nation, Coach Andy Reid and the Chiefs. Good job so far this season. Now, I received a lot of emails over the weekend, and as I promised, I wanted to get back into more of I can do bad all by myself, because in response to the emails, I was assuring them that, you know what, they felt like I left some things unsaid, and I said to them, I will address it on Monday. Now, do you know why a lot of women say this, men? It's because you have burned them out. She's tired of being the woman and the man in the relationship. Men, please hear me out. And I want to preface this by saying most of the emails over the weekend came from men. So I assured the men I will address this because they had some very good questions. They were like, well, Pastor Casey, when women say they can do bad all by themselves, that's because they're over masculine. They want to be strong, independent women, and we just don't know what to do. Some of us. I mean, she want to take control. She runs the house. She want to do all of these things. Yeah, but men, if you a true leader, and especially you Christian men, I'm going to talk to y'all for a minute. If you a true leader and you truly a God-centered man, you going to know how to lead. You don't have to demand respect. Some of the guys were saying, I demand that a woman respect me and submit to me. If you're doing what you're supposed to do, you're not going to have to demand that, because respect is something that is earned. You can't beat respect. Beat a woman and think she's going to respect you. Beating it into her is not going to get it, because you shouldn't be putting your hands on her at all. Cursing a woman out, calling her all out of her names. I'm talking to one particular man especially who wrote an email that was relatively very long, and I thank you, brother. But I don't know what kind of family dynamics you was raised in, but it sounds like to me all of the men that was in your life, they all were abusive men. They were women beaters. They didn't know how to treat your mother, your aunties, the things that you observed and absorbed, and the way your mindset is about a woman supposed to obey you and submit to you. It sounds like to me you kind of got off on the wrong hand. That's why you can't keep a woman. That's one of the reasons you can't keep a woman. Women is not going to put up with you beating on them. Women is not going to put up with you coming in, yelling and out of control like that, bro. It sounds like, as I told you and when I responded back to you, you need counseling. You need therapy, because you definitely need anger management, because you are not going to be able to go and treat these women that way. And then everybody, this particular man that sent one of the emails, this man got 4 daughters. You got 4 daughters, sir. And when I posed this to you in our back and forth commentary talking, I asked you, do you have daughters? And you said you had 4. And I said, okay, if a man treated your daughters the way you treat their mothers or other women that you have been in relationships with, how would you feel? Then I ask you, would you be okay with other men beating your girls the way you beat their mothers or other women? And what you wrote back to me was, no, I would not let nobody put their hand. Ain't nobody gonna put their hands on my girls and mistreat mine. That's what his quote was. You're not going to do that to mine. But you're doing that to somebody else's. Because those women that you have mishandled is somebody's daughter. See, you can't have a double standard, brothers. You cannot treat women the way you don't want somebody treating your mama. You don't want somebody treating your own daughters or your sisters. You men have a double standard. And when these women say, I can do bad all by myself, you have done something to make these women feel like I don't need you here in my space because you are dangerous. You are a threat to my peace. You are a threat to my sanity. That's what these women are saying, men. They're not saying they don't love you and they can't love you. They're not even saying they're not willing to be a submissive wife, because you got to understand, submission does not mean you the king of the castle and you run everything, and the woman got to ask your permission and do all of these different things. No, that's not what submission is. Some of you think, oh, a submissive woman, she's supposed to shut her mouth. She don't have no voice. She have no say. So what I say, go. That is so antiquated and misogynistic. I don't know where y'all get this from. But again, it's got to be something happened in your childhood or some type of environment that you grew up in that didn't know how to respect women. But yet you want women to respect you. These women are tired of that. These women, some of them have watched their mothers, they've watched their aunties, they've watched their grandmothers, their godmothers. They have grew up watching them take stuff off of men. They have watched these women in certain generations. They looked at these men, they uncles, they daddies, they granddaddies. They knew they wasn't no good. They have watched how they come in the house drunk, out of control, and beat everybody in the house. Gonna get beat today. Let's just face that. And now these women have grown up, and you talking about women. I'm talking to you men. I'm addressing these emails today. You're talking about these women got too much damage. They broken. The reason they broken is because they watched brokenness in their home, and then they fell in love with you, and you broke them. You did the same thing they saw their daddy do to their mama. You did the same thing they watched their granddaddy do to their grandmama. You're doing the same thing they looked at their aunties go through. And now here they are going through the same thing. You learn certain things by the environment you are in. Some of this stuff is generational. It's generational. I did a few videos back. It's generational dysfunction. Some of you men out there talking about these women want to be independent women and they don't let the man be the man and lead. How you going to be the man and lead the household when you don't even work? You can't even provide for the household. And you talking about this woman needs to, quote unquote, one man said this, y'all. He had to be an older brother. He said, she going to mind me. Huh? Mind you? You mean like your dogs and cat mind you? Like that kind of mind you? Yeah, he said, my woman gonna mind me. She gonna do what I say. No, that's not love, y'all. That's control. Love and control is two different things. To get respect, you got to earn respect. Y'all say women talk all crazy. They are combative. They always looking to argue and all of this kind of nonsense y'all talking. Some man at some point has driven these women. These young girls is like that because some of these girls in their 20s and 30s, they weren't looking at a two-parent home. Okay, some of them were not. I'm not talking about the people who grew up in a great two-parent childhood home, because some of them childhood grew up in two-parents home. It was dysfunction there. They just kept it in the house. Didn't nobody say nothing on that. I know I'm kicking off Monday, but I'm kicking it off today with a truth. You all sit around, especially in some cultures, and you say what goes on in this house stays in this house. Guess what stays in the house a lot of times? Abuse, addiction, incest. All that staying in the house. And then you men get out there and say these women are broken, when you have no idea what they done encountered in the home. Women, you say these men are no good. They ain't no good, pastor. They liars, they cheats. Y'all know how they get to be that way? Because somewhere they done seen that in the home. They done been in an environment where that goes on a lot. They done heard their uncles and them sit around and bash women and talk against women and talk about women. And let me say this, brothers, and I'm going to be very clear. Some of you, it's not all, because there's some good men out there. I love our brothers. But some of you, especially of certain ethnicities. You do things certain ethnicities would never do. You run your own women down publicly. There's certain, you call them all out the name. When do you know that there's certain ethnic groups would never say nothing negative publicly about their women? They wouldn't run them down, but they looking at some of you doing those very things. And then you just throw away. You rather bash your own women, but you'll go and uplift another woman from a different ethnicity, and guess what? She don't even like you for real. Not like that. She don't even really understand you like that for real. You really don't know. She don't really have no connection or bond to you and your culture. And some of you, let's be real and keep it 100. Some of you who are in a certain income level or income bracket, yeah, you think, oh yeah, I can choose the women I want. That's what one of the men emails say. Oh, Pastor KZ, I don't have to mess with these chicks. I can choose what I want because I make this, my paper straight. I got this, I got that. And guess what? Let your paper not get straight. Because some of these women you are choosing wouldn't look at you if you weren't making that type of coin. Did I just speak a word, ladies? High five me. Some of you men out there, some women who you say you choose, they only choose you because of how many zeros is behind your paycheck. And I'm going to put that right there. So men, y'all talking the wrong thing. How you treat a woman oftentimes is a direct result of what you've seen in the home. Some of you say, oh, I love my mama. Ain't nobody gonna do this to my mama. But you'll go and do this to the mother of your child. You got little boys coming up now. They don't even know how to open the door for a girl. They don't even know how to date because they haven't been taught that by a man. You know, it's some young men in their 20s and 30s. They don't even know how to change a light bulb. They don't know how to change a tire. They don't know how to go out and rake a yard and clean up and do things that a man teaches their son how to do at a young age because it's never been taught to them. Now, I ain't talking about the ones who at the time, yeah, I ain't got to do all of that. I can pay somebody to do that because I know how to go and make money. It's good that you know how to do that, but do you know how to conduct yourself in the presence of a woman? Do you know how to treat a woman? Do you know how to manage a household? See, you want some things that you don't have leadership skills to manage. So when these women keep saying, I'd rather be by myself. I can't deal with that. I can't put up with all that drama. And some of these women tell me, Pastor KZ, I got children to raise. And rather than have a man come in my home and disrupt the order of my home and bring chaos into the home over my children, I just rather be by myself. I'm not going to have a man in and out of my home. And I'm definitely not going to have one over my children. I don't want a man who's not my children's father discipline them and beating on them, or heaven forbid coming in there messing with my daughters. So I'd rather wait until my children are grown and out of the home before I even start dating. I got a friend or two I just go out to dinner with, but I'm not going to even bring no man. You ain't going to be spending the night at my house over my children. Just not going to do that. And do you know what the response was from the emails from some of these men? If I can't go over to her crib, you know, she can't invite me over there. She don't trust you, bruh. You need to respect that fact that she got children that she's trying to protect. You say women are masculine. I ask this question to you, brothers. What make them masculine? Because they tell you, you know what? You're not going to curse me. You're not going to call me all kind of names and think I'm supposed to lay down with you. What you're not going to do is disrespect me. What that makes a woman masculine? Oh, she's masculine because she pays all her bills. She got to keep a roof over her head and her children's head because none of y'all doing it. See, you got multiple, quote unquote, as y'all call it. I hate this term, but y'all use this term. I got 3 baby mamas. You proud of that? You got 3 baby mamas. You proud of that? Not I have an ex-wife and I have children with my ex-wife. You have 3 baby mamas. And you're a good father. How? Cause I give her money. They need shoes. I make sure they have shoes. All my sons have on the latest Jordans. They all got the latest Xbox. I take care of my kids. When the last time you took them to the dentist? When the last time you took them to their eye doctor appointments? When the last time you did those things, bro? You ain't in the home to see what's going on. When the last time you sit down with them and went over their homework with them? When the last time you went to parent-teacher conference? See, you want to be respected for something. You're not doing the whole job. So women feel like, I'm the mama and the daddy. So they feel like Mother's Day and Father's Day, they should get something and be recognized. And I always tell women, and when Father's Day comes, hey, y'all ain't nobody say Happy Father's Day. You're not the father, honey. You will celebrate it in May. The second Sunday in May is your day. That's Mother's Day. Now, Father's Day is for the daddy, if he's even around. Maybe Stepdaddy Day. Maybe a day for Goddaddy Day. Maybe a day for Uncle Day. Because see, some of these men who are not the father have stepped in and done your job, man. So when these women say, I can do bad all by myself, that's what they mean. They don't say it because they don't love you. They don't say it because they don't have the capacity to forgive you and love you. Because in most cases, some of these women, they don't forgive you multiple times. Some of you men who are married men, been married 20, 30, 40 years. Your children are grown. You got some grandchildren. And then all of a sudden, certified letter comes in there that you got a child. And child support enforcement is looking for you. And the DNA shows that you are the father. Now, wait a minute. Your baby daughter, your youngest son, 30. What you doing with a 2-year-old, 6-month-old, 20-year-old? Because if you've been married already 30-some years, that means you done stepped out somewhere. Now you done embarrassed and humiliated your wife. Now you done lied to her. And now you wonder why she's angry. Well, she just need to forgive me and move on. That was a long time ago. I made a mistake. Everybody make mistakes. See, you don't even sound like you're remorseful. I'm just saying today, y'all. You got to get it right on both sides. Men, you jeopardize these women' mental health states. And they feel like they have loved you, they've forgiven you, and they've tolerated things you've done to them. And now they're tired. Now they're just tired. So I wanted to address some of those emails. You know, you got to understand, you cannot treat people a certain kind of way and expect that person to stay with you. You can't mistreat people and think they're going to continue to love you, because that love is going to eventually turn to resentment, and they're not going to like you anymore and not going to want you around anymore. And that works both ways. It works both ways. I'm not just bashing men. I'm just stating a fact, because most of the emails I received over the weekend was coming from certain men. And the emails, especially the longer ones, I wanted to address some of the things that was said in those emails, because a lot of men got in their feelings about it. They didn't take no offense to me taking it personally, because I'm just putting a thought out there. Because I am in no means an expert on this, but what I am saying is, man, you need to back up a little bit, and you need to pull yourself into correction. Check yourself. Be man enough to own that sometimes you haven't done the right thing. Be man enough to own the fact that I fumbled this one. I made a mistake. I am genuinely sorry. I need to get some therapy for myself, because I can't do this, can't keep doing this over and over again. Be willing to own your stuff. Men, Own your stuff, women. There's some of you women, you know you ain't got it right. You know you flawed. You get full of flaws. You know that you're broken. If you already broken and you're not trying to get therapy and get counseling for your issues, you ain't really ready for no relationship. You got to stop walking around with all this bitterness inside of you. Because, see, we are like magnets. Certain things and certain people are attracted to us because they see something similar. If you know you're not attracted to a certain thing, that certain thing is not really going to be drawn to you because they're going to know right away, nah, I ain't going to mess with that one. Nah, she too strict. She mean what she say. I can't say this. Man, I can't be running in and out of the house with her. Because he knows it doesn't mean you're masculine. It just means I'm no nonsense. I'm not going to put up with this. I done already been tried in the fire, baby. And I can do it without you. I can do it. Whether you here or whether you're not here. I'd love for us to make it together and build a good foundation and a family unit. But I'm more than willing to do it without you. If you're going to bring stress and drama to my life, because at all costs, I am going to prioritize and protect my peace. I am going to protect the members of my home. My children is not going to be jeopardized. They're not going to be spoken to any kind of way. Yes, women are firm believers of discipline and structure. But what they're not going to do is let you come in there and physically abused their children. They're not going to do that. They're not going to have you doing that. And what they're not going to do is allow you and your grown 40-something-year-old homeboys to sit up in their house all day long and play video games and partake in other things in their home. They're not going to allow that. Women want men who are strong men, who are hardworking men who know how to provide, men who know how to be affectionate, men who know how to be kind and loving. More importantly, women just want a man who's a good listener, a man who treats them with dignity and honors them with respect. That's what women like. Women actually, to be honest, and I'm a woman, and I'm going to be honest with you, a lot of women, really, I'm going to tell you a secret. It ain't really all about the money. Because there are a lot of men with money that they can't pull a good woman because he thinks his money rules him. But what else is there to you? See, men with money and the flashy cars, the jewelry, all of that. A lot of those men is about themselves. And as they said earlier, they can choose the kind of women they want. That don't mean they know how to treat them well. So pay attention to the signs and the red flags initially when you first start dating or when you first meet someone. Because, ladies, I'm going to tell you this. If you saw him cursing you out and calling you names, and y'all just been on 3 dates, and he got an issue with his anger, it's just a matter of time, girl, before he project that on you. If he breaking up things and throwing things in the house because he's all mad, or you go out to a restaurant and he cursing the wait staff out and all of that, you better pay attention and let that be your last encounter with that person. Men, the same thing. If you go pick up a young lady, I know that's probably antiquated by now, huh? Going to their home, picking them up, ringing the doorbell, actually going in. That's probably antiquated, right? But anywho, if you do that and her house is a mess, there's no organization, the children running around all dirty and stinky, babies walking around with dirty diapers, and she step out there looking like she is Beyonce, and that house is a mess, dishes all in the sink, clothes piled up to the roof, you might want to think, because that's who she is. There's so many women can walk out there and look like glamour girls, and they house is a mess. So, like one man told me, Pastor KZ, your video the other day about missing an opportunity, I let a good one go. Man, I went for the looks and the body. Pastor KZ, she don't clean up. She don't know how to cook. She just don't know how to do nothing. But she know how to spend money and go and get dressed up and step out there all designer down. And she ain't cooked a meal ever. I cook. I wash the clothes. I do everything. I'm tired. I just rather be by myself now. No, you don't really want to be by yourself. You just don't want to be with her no more. Y'all take heed to what I was saying today in the message today. And another thing, if a man don't respect his mother, he don't respect his sisters, his aunties, or his grandmother, he don't know how to treat the women in his life, he gonna treat you that way too. Food for thought. Y'all, at the end of this video, comment, like, and share. Thank you for watching. They asked me to make my video a little bit long by YouTube standards, and I did that today. I think I went 20-some minutes, which is like a record for me. I think I've only did one other video that went 60 minutes. So they've asked me to do some of them a little bit longer because I have great analytics and great subscribers. Y'all, if you have not subscribed or followed me, go ahead. Hit the subscribe button, hit the follow button. It don't cost you a thing. Comment at the end of the video, send me emails, like the video, share it with other people. And another thing I want you to be clear about: how you was raised can affect how you conduct yourself as an adult. Don't get defensive and all in an uproar when someone is trying to express to you how they feel. Men, I don't want to leave this video without saying this. You have to understand that sometimes all your woman wants you to do is listen to her without interjecting, without cutting her off, without saying, no, that ain't how I'm doing. Listen to what she is telling you. Stop looking for a woman also to mother you. Because see, y'all want it both ways. You say she trying to treat me like I'm a boy. She trying to be my mother. But yet you got her doing things your mother would do for you. She's being a mother because she's doing everything. She's taking care of you, feeding you, cooking for you, clothing you, allowing you to live there rent free. So basically what you got is a mama. So when she tell you what to do, don't get all in your feelings. You got to understand, when y'all say she don't treat me like a queen, a king, that's because you're not exhibiting kingly behaviors. Women, you say he not treating me like the queen I am. You're not acting like a queen. Y'all want to wear a title that you're not qualified to wear. Just think about it. Y'all have a wonderful day. Get focused, find your balance, prioritize your peace. You know what? Watch as well as pray. It won't lead you wrong. He'll order your steps and he'll direct your paths. Stop jumping out there in the deep water and you don't know how to swim. Y'all, I see you back tomorrow. Kansas City Chiefs. Go Chiefs. Have a wonderful day.